The UEFA Champions League is back, and that means that we gotta cover some very exciting, spicy, saucy matches. In today's menu, we got Real Madrid versus Ajax, Tottenham Hotspur versus Borussia Dortmund, AS Roma versus FC Porto, and Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain. So if you're excited for all of these matchups as much as I am, be sure to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. But now let's get right into the first matchup between United and PSG. So, the very first thing coming up into this matchup is certainly the drastic change in form that we've seen from the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer Manchester United to the Jose Mourinho Manchester United. And that's absolutely kind of like from night and day. We see a team that is much more competitive, a team which is very aggressive, a team that has won 9 of the last 10 games, and a team that just seems to not be slowing down, and a team which just have some sort of kind of like team coherence and chemistry around them, this aura that really feels like they can get a victory at Old Trafford against PSG. We see Martial just playing much better, Rashford scoring the goals, Paul Pogba absolutely now being in the top 3 best world players for me at this moment. He has gotten 2 goals, then an assist, 1 goal, then another assist, then 2 assists, then 2 more goals. He's absolutely crazy what he's doing in this current moment, and it must be praised. And certainly for PSG, we have a completely different situation. In PSG, we find ourselves with a club that really, they have lost a lot of quality in recent days. We got Marco Verratti coming back from an injury. We don't know whether he's going to be able to play or not, but I assume probably that he will feature, but not at 100%. We got Thomas Meunier out for a concussion. We got Edison Cavani and Neymar both out for the 2 kind of knockout ties. So certainly a PSG team which looks very weakened, and a team that is in dire need of a really good result in this UCL. Certainly because their time is running out, and they brought Thomas Tuchel to try and kind of like implement a really good philosophy in the club, and it will not be look good if they don't even go past the round of 16 at these stages of the basically season. It's just too early for PSG, a team that are spending so much money to get results in these European competitions. It's just not acceptable that they're not progressing through this round of 16. The other thing is that I believe that Manchester United are just in a much better place mentally than just footballistic. Mentally, they're a team now that they believe in themselves. That is something that Jose Mourinho really took out of United when he was at his management, you know? People like Pogba, Rashford, even Lukaku, that's the best example, Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez. In PSG's case, they are going to be bad. We really don't have anything to assess it from now, just from the recent losses against Olympique de Lyon and one more, I believe, in the cup against Guingamp or Bordeaux. I think it was Guingamp. And obviously, they're going to be feeling that, oh, without Neymar and Cavani this time, last season we also missed Neymar. Then the 2 previous seasons, we kind of have referee decisions not going our way. So PSG are feeling kind of like the pressure now building onto them. And that's never good because they're going to be coming to the game and they're going to be believing right from the get-go that they are not going to be able to do it. And that is something that if you're a PSG fan, I want to ask you, what do you feel right now? Do you feel that you're confident that you can get a result here, or you're feeling low, you're feeling pressured with this huge kind of like baggage behind you? That's what I believe that could make or break this tie for the Parisians. So my predictions for this round, for this tie between United and PSG, is going to be a United victory. I believe that at Old Trafford, United can get the win or at least get a draw, but I think there's much more possibles that they could get a win against PSG. Certainly a very weakened French side. And then at the Parc des Princes, I don't know what's going to happen, but for now, Manchester United is going to be the team that will be coming up on top in this knockout tie. Moving on, we got AS Roma and FC Porto. Certainly not the biggest tie out there, but one which certainly I believe could be very competitive. However, I believe that Porto has a lot more chances to go through in this one, and the reason behind that is because they're a very solid team in every single kind of like part of the squad. They got the goals with Marega, with Tiquinho Suarez, with even Vincent Aboubakar, if you want to put it to some extent. They got a creative in midfield with people like Brahimi, and still the work rates in someone like Hector Herrera. And defensively, they're also very solid with people like Felipe, Eric Militao, and even Pepe now, that has come from Besiktas all the way back to Porto. So I believe that in that sense, they're a much solid team. In the case of Roma, they still have little individualities here and there that are much better than what Porto can offer, like Edin Dzeko, like Jorgen is under, like like people, I don't even like Nicola Zaniolo, a lot of different players that can provide stuff in flashes. And that's the thing, consistently, they're not a good team AS Roma this season. They have been struggling to get back into the top 4 in Serie A, and they're a team that are leaking a lot of goals. So a very precise and organized Porto can really do a lot of damage to the Italians in this one, and that is why I believe Porto will get this round. On Wednesday, we're going to see 2 more very big matches, and the first one of those 2 is going to be Tottenham Hotspur versus Borussia Dortmund. And in this one, before I said that Borussia Dortmund were going to make it, and I still kind of like one inclined to the same thing, but I believe there's a lot more arguments now for this Tottenham Hotspur, even though they're missing out people like Dele Alli and Harry Kane. I believe that the consistency of what they're having right now in the Premier League can help them to solidify some sort of good performances in the Champions League. And I also see a side who will possibly learn from the mistakes that they had last season, especially with a very good performance at the Allianz Stadium in Torino, and then coming back to Wembley and really bottling it with 2 crazy early goals from Juventus. In that sense, I believe that could be something that can influence this tie, with Spurs being a little bit more experienced. But also, we gotta mention a Borussia Dortmund side which, yeah, they may be a little bit younger, they may be a little more naive, they may not know how to control those emotional moments throughout a 90-minute game in the Champions League. We're looking at very people like Abdou Diallo, Manuel Akanji, Hakimi, Jadon Sancho, Pulisic, people which are genuinely very, very young, you know, men that are kind of young adults still. They're my age, and I don't know if at my age I'm gonna be able to really take and control those huge moments. Some people can, some people really, really can, but to have every single player in that team to really believe that they can do it, it's going to be very, very hard. But genuinely, the skill and quality of this Borussia Dortmund team, even though Marco Reus will not feature in this game, I believe will be good enough to earn them a decent result in the very first leg at Wembley. That's all they need in my eyes, because right now Spurs are weakened. They don't have Harry Kane, they got Dele Alli. They're a solid team with Heung-min Son, which can lead that attack. People like Eriksen that can really create stuff out of nothing. But if Dortmund can get a result where the away goals really, really count, get 1 or 2 goals, or either even ended up in a draw, they can take it back to the Signal Iduna Park, where we just saw them destroy people like Atletico Madrid. You know, Atletico Madrid, where are normally a very good defensive side, they ate 4 goals at the Uefa Stadion. So Borussia Dortmund, they do have a genuine chance to do damage at their own home ground, and I believe that's what's gonna hurt Spurs in the long run. I believe that this game is gonna be ending up in a draw, but there's a little more possibilities just because of what I mentioned, that Dortmund will go through at the end of the day. And last but not least, we got Ajax versus Real Madrid. And in this game, I thought it was going to be much closer. I really thought the tie was going to be much closer, but now the roles have inverted. We're seeing an Ajax that previously were on top of the world. Now they're kind of like struggling to even keep clean sheets. They lost, what, like 6-2 against Feyenoord the other day. They drew against Heracles just like few days ago. And then we see a Real Madrid team which are genuinely improving a lot under Santiago Solari. A Real Madrid side which looks a lot more competitive. A Real Madrid can actually believe they could get to a semi-final, something similar to that in the Champions League, depending on the teams that they face, but still a very competitive team. The thing for me here is that they are better than ever in terms of kind of like being physically, mentally, and certainly with the desire of the Champions League. They just look as a much more threatening team. And with an Ajax side where Frankie de Jong, we don't know whether he's going to play or not because of a knock that he suffered in the last game against Heracles, and then the league facing off against someone like Benzema, Gareth Bale. Will he be able to, play at that level? Because he has done it against teams like France and Germany in the UEFA Nations League, but now in this club competition, will he be able to do it? That's all different questions that are surrounding this game at this moment, and I can just not really see how Real Madrid do not win this one. Although I would love Ajax to come here, play like Barcelona, and beat this Real Madrid side. I mean, if Barcelona couldn't beat them at the Camp Nou in La Copa del Rey, can we really expect Ajax to do it as well? I don't really think so. I certainly believe that Real Madrid are going to win this game, and I feel that they also have a very big possibility of going through overall in this tie. But now, guys, it's your turn to leave me your predictions, your thoughts, and opinions in the comment box down below. You can give me, guys, feedback. I really, really like that as well. I really like this kind of discussion between you and me, because this channel is just not mine, it's also yours. So, yeah, that's what it is. Hope you have enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.